Alright guys, today we're still talking about the preterite tense, and we're talking about specific types of verbs. We're going to talk about car, gars, and zars. So if you remember car gar zar, que, and say. Repeat with me. Car gar zar, que say. Car gar zar, que say. That will make sense in a second. Here's why this is different. These are verbs that end in car, like the verb sacar, gar, like the verb jugar, and zar, like the verb almorzar. And the reason that these have just a little bit of a spelling change is because watch what happens when we do this. So I'm going to add the regular preterite ending to sacar, but what do we know from my previous videos and from previous classes? I's and E's soften C's and G's. So obviously we need some sort of a spelling change. It's like I always tell you guys, people spoke first and then they started to write things down. And as they started to write things down, they started to say, well, that doesn't work. We have to change the spelling of that. So sacar, here, it makes a k sound. It makes a hard C sound. It sounds like sacar. Jugar, it makes a hard G sound. But when you put it next to the E, when we do the regular preterite endings, it's going to make that a soft C. So it's going to say sase. And we don't want to get sase. So we're going to change that to a QU. And I will show you in a second on the verb chart. Same thing with jugar. What happens with jugar is, and remember, I chose this one especially, no stem change. Put that in the box and put it away. There's no stem change here for the preterite. We'll talk about that later. That's present. Okay? That's present. That's something different. So what happens is this jugar with the hard G sound now becomes juje. Juje, because of the E, it makes a softer sound. So that doesn't work out. So what we're going to do is we're going to change that to G-U-E. Actually, we're just going to stick a U in there. And then a lot of people always ask me, they say, well, almorzar, if you did this and conjugated it as almorce, again, no stem change. That's present. We're in the preterite. Almorce. Well, almorce, say that we're a Z. There's no problem there. This goes back to the whole Spain Spanish with the theta, and that's kind of why we have to change that there. That's what that affects. So let's look at the verb chart. Alright, so let's take the black here. So let's look at the verb sacar. This is a card verb. So like we said, we can't say sase, so we're going to say sake. We changed the C to a QU, so it makes a k sound. So sake. Still the E with the accent, still the same exact endings. So now we're going to go back to normal, and we're going to say sacaste. Is that one okay? Does this still make a hard C sound, like a k sound? Sure does, so no problem there. And then we're going to say saco. Same regular preterite endings. Don't forget about that accent mark. And then sacamos. I think I'll use a darker color on the next one. Sacasteis. And sacaron. Fácil, no? So, as you can see, we only had to change the yo form. The yo form is the only one that we really ever need to change and worry about, because that's where the pronunciation gets messed up. So we don't say sase, we say sake. Sacaste, saco, those are all fine. Those all make a k sound, like in sacar. But here that would get messed up, so we changed the C to a QU. All we did was change that C to a QU. So, let's look at jugar. Let's look at jugar. I'm going to do a different color for that one. That's still kind of light. Let's go with that. So, jugar. Okay. So the rest of them are fine. So let's put the roots here. Jug. Again, no stem change. Boot verbs, all that good stuff, that's a thing of the present tense. We're in the preterite tense. So jugaste, is that okay? Does that make a hard G sound? Sure does. Jugo, don't forget the accent, or it's juice. Makes a hard G sound, perfect. jugaron, jugasteis, jugamos. It's all fine. The only problem is right here in the yo form. We get jugué. So we have to change that. We don't want to say jugué. That's going to change the pronunciation. So we're going to stick a little U in there. We're going to say jugué. Jugué. And again, it's only the yo form that you're changing. It's only the yo form. And the last one is almorzar. So, like I said, it sounds like it should be okay. Almorz. Again, no stem change, no boot verb. That's present tense. Don't throw that out the window. Just put it in the closet for now so that you can go and get it later when you need it. Okay, so let's add our endings. So we had almorzaste, almorzó, if you want to use the Spain Spanish, almorzasteis, almorzaron, almorzamos, and it's up here that we have the change. So we're going to say almorcé. Okay, again, just the yo form. These only happen in the yo form. CAR GAR ZARs are only in the yo form. So again, if you can remember, CAR GAR ZAR, que se. CAR GAR ZAR, que se. And I'll say that over and over again. And it's only in the yo form, and it's only because of the pronunciation. That's it. Hope you guys took some good notes, and I will see you in class.